Hi everyone, so this is my first video blog for ChangingLanes.ie. I think it's what cool people call a vlog, which is a blend of video and blog. So without further ado, I'll get going, and this is my favorite cars of 2014. So right away I'm going to say they're not necessarily the best cars of 2014. Maybe they are, I don't know. I haven't driven every car that was released this year, so I can't really gauge it like that, but they are cars that they just stand out for me because they're bold, they're different, they're innovative, or they're just gorgeous. So without further ado, we'll get going. And the first car is the BMW i8. Now, a lot of people are fans of the BMW i8, and it's just an amazing supercar. It blends high performance with low fuel consumption, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is 4.4 seconds. It's like got an engine from a Mini, but it's turbocharged and combined with an electric motor, and it's got this amazing wedge shape, and it's just a really good sign for the future that just because you're an eco-friendly car, you can still get people excited, and people really want to drive this car and want to own it. So I just think it's so important in motoring history, the BMW i8, and I wish I owned one. So my second car is a little bit more mundane, but definitely not boring, and that's the Citroen C4 Cactus. And like, it's not a beautiful car. Many people say it's ugly. It's got little slitty eyes, but it's just so cool, isn't it? And it's got those air bumps along the sides so that people in car parks will be able to bash their trolleys off your car and leave scrapes on the metal. It'll absorb them a bit better. And it just looks really funky. And I love the way they've kept the cost down on it. Obviously, there is some cost saving measures inside that maybe some people won't be keen on, like pop out windows in the rear and that kind of thing. But I think it's just a really bold car, and it looks like nothing else out on the road. And it's so affordable. So I think that has to go on my list too. Now the third car is the Renault Twingo, and I mean, I was excited about the Twingo all year since I saw the first pictures of it released back in February, and when I heard it was rear-engined, rear-wheel drive, I was really excited and I couldn't wait to drive it. So the stars finally aligned in November and I got to drive it, and I mean, I loved it. It's so much fun, it's so cute, and I wouldn't say that the layout means it drives amazing. It's not a Porsche 911, but it is a lot of fun to drive because it's so nimble, and the turning circle is absolutely amazing. Like, the wheels just almost turn at right angles. It's amazing. But it's definitely one of my favorite cars of the year, and it's because Renault have done something really bold and really innovative with it. They've tried something different, putting the engine in the boot, and making it rear-wheel drive. So when everybody else is putting the engine in the front. So I just think they deserve to be on my favourite cars of 2014 list with the Twingo. Now my fourth car is the Audi TT. So obviously, I mean, the Audi TT is it's kind of legendary at this stage since it arrived in '98. I mean, the shape of it is just amazing, and I love the way the new one. It's just it's still recognisable as a TT, but it's much more modern than this. Well, the first one was modern as well, but it's got this really gentle evolution of styling, to keep it up to date. It's got the kind of Audi-esque look about it, the way the current Audis look, the lights and the grille and everything. So I think it's really special. And okay, there's a diesel engine and there's a petrol engine, but guys, if you're going to buy one, just buy a petrol. I mean, if you're going to buy a diesel, go buy an A3. I mean, a sexy beast like that can't have a diesel under the bonnet. It has to be petrol. So, but I think it's fabulous that the TT is still around and it's still desirable. It's like a fancy piece of furniture from Bow Concept. So not that I shop in Bow Concept, but it's that sort of cool, isn't it? So my fifth car is the Volkswagen e-Golf, and I suppose it's kind of come in a little bit. It's come in quietly, I would say, but it's a Volkswagen Golf. So Volkswagen have taken their one of their most mundane hatchbacks. Obviously, the Golf Mark 7 is a fantastic car. It's won lots of awards around the world, and it's the last word in refinement, really, in a family hatch. But they've taken that popular model and they've made it electric, but it still looks normal. You could drive it, and only car nerds like me would know that it was an e-Golf, because they'd see that little blue strip running along the front, or they'd see those different wheels. So I just think that's brilliant. And Volkswagen, they are great at making cars. It's the attention to detail that they have. You notice it in their cars. So I'm so happy that they've made an electric car, because if I was going to buy my first electric car, I would trust Volkswagen to have done a good job with it, and it to be an easy car to live with, despite the fact that electric cars, okay, the way they are at the moment, there is compromises and they don't suit everyone. But I think it's a really good sign that Volkswagen have just taken the Golf. They haven't done anything weird with it, and they've made it electric, and I just think that's great. So it stands out for me it's it's a run-of-the-mill hatchback. It doesn't look odd, but it's electric. It's eco-friendly. So that's why it's on my list. So that's my favorite cars of the year 2014. So hope you've enjoyed this vlog, and hope to do a few more.